We need to go to Containment Prime Candidate Program. I think if we go to Logistics, yeah, I think Logistics, then to Security. That'd probably be the best route. I don't know if I ever went in here. Okay, yep. Oh nice, I can go in 6 now. So before we do this, I know there were some areas and I think maybe in medical that I couldn't get into because I didn't have 6. Definitely some areas in the Panopticon.
Mark Gibson, male, age 28, returned from the astral plane approximately 13 minutes ago. This was his 21st child. The patient is experiencing migraine-like pain, intense pressure behind the eyes, and partial blindness. He has no recollection of his time in the astral plane and appears severely disoriented. Preliminary examination revealed no immediate cause, so we will be sending the patient for x-rays and... What is that thing? Got the first right out of them. Call flat! Get Marshall!
Oh jeez. Okay, cool. I think that's what the only thing I missed in medical. Actually, let's check level 1 first while we're here.
Keep your eyes open, Philip. Keep them open.
Hey, what can I do?
Oh, you're back. Oh, thank you, thank you. If I look away, I don't know what this thing will do. You have to get me out of here. The door can only be opened by the Panopticon supervisor. That's Langston, if he's still around.
Langston. Yeah, I know him. I'll go ask him how to get you out.
Please hurry. My eyes, they can't. They can't.
Hey, calm down. Just focus. What's your name?
Focus. Right. My name's Philip, and I think I can hold on for a bit. It's just my eyes. My eyes hurt so much.
Just hang on, Philip.
All right. Oh, we don't need to go that way. There might not even be a level 6 door here. Oh, yep, there is. I knew there was one more at least. Shit. Are you kidding? Fucking shot that thing This way.
August 4th, 1964. We discovered the oldest house while investigating a suspected altered world event case in the New York City subway tunnels. The agents found their way up into the building. Once we became aware of it, it was there. For the rest of the population, it was hiding in plain sight, a slippery blind spot, seemingly discouraging observation. It's a place of power, an ongoing AWE of its own, seemingly adhering to its physical outer constraints and yet constantly breaking the known boundaries of reality. It's unstable, shifting. Note, for more details on control points and the research and process to stabilize and secure the core sectors, refer to a separate presentation. After extensive research and investigation, the Bureau made the building its headquarters on November 13th, 1968. The Federal Bureau of Control was never out in the open. This was always an obfuscated, classified top secret operation. So imagine our surprise when the building's observation-resistant aspects began in some unquantifiable way to affect the Bureau as a whole.
Bring me everyone. What do you mean, everyone?
Hey, Carl. Thank you so much for the raid. Hello, everybody. How's it going?
August 4th,
We picked that up?
we discovered the oldest house while investigating a suspected altered...
Oh, we're full. How's it going, everybody? How was your stream, Carl? Still playing Monster Hunter? Ooh, got a new hammer today. Nice. Oh,
world event case in the New York City subway tunnel.
yeah, I just started playing this again. Figured I'd try and finally beat it.
Agents found their way up into
It's been like a month since I played it last. Ooh. Oh my god. And I can levitate now, which is cool. Hope everybody's doing well today. Having a good weekend. Is that the last one? I think so. Since 2 p.m. yesterday? Nice. Hmm. $38, $37 we'll get rid of. So we can get rid of that one too. Go ahead and get rid of this. And that. And that. Starting to get some of the higher tier items or modifications now, so I don't really need all these level 1s and 2s. Wolf Globe Containment Procedure. No unique procedures required, however contact should be limited, as some report feeling disoriented after touching it. Item is handmade, set in dark wood. The item itself is lacquered, hand-painted, and spins freely on all axes. While the containment of oceans are recognizably those of Earth, careful examination has revealed numerous redacted and other geographic additions that do not exist on our planet. Of those islands has a city marked on it named Tanrilio. There are no signatures left by its maker. Physical contact renders subjects dizzy and disoriented, with some reporting a feeling of unfamiliarity with their surroundings. This effect seems to grow worse with prolonged contact, culminating in a sense of listlessness and depression. Suicide has been observed in redacted handlers. Crazy. Right, where am I going? Those are the archives. The prime candidate is this way. Through this door, never mind. Good old bulletproof chain fence. Victorian Mirror, AI 60-UE, redacted. She was admitted to a mental ward for emotional instability soon after relocating to Illinois with her family in 1914. This item only appears on record again in 2006 when the Bureau investigated a sudden rise in disappearances in redacted Illinois. Agents found the item hanging in the local library. They quickly contained it, or they contained it quickly through, though the missing people of the town were never recovered. August 18, 1915, we certified that the case of Mrs. Redacted has shown to be a lunatic under the reasons of hysteria, bad company, and imaginary female trouble. Her fixation with the family looking glass is noteworthy, but not an uncommon matter when considering the female disposition. Mrs. Carver is a fit subject for the lunatic asylum and will remain in its confines until her affliction is past. Signed, Dr. Redacted. Oh, I wonder if that was in Ordinary, her hometown, our main characters.
To find new prime candidates, the Bureau needs a director. Our future. P6 and P7.
It was P7. P6 is her brother, who we finally found. Maybe we're P7 and don't even realize it. We gotta find the globe. Alright, let's check the shelter. Alright, Carl. Have a good day and thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. Have fun in the water. Oh, another Alan Wake memo. Bright Falls, AWE 35. Alice Wake, Mr. Wake's wife, was found during the Bureau investigation. She was interviewed and evaluated. She showed signs of severe mental trauma in the form of redacted memory loss. She was later directed to treatment. It was concluded that she had been trapped in the threshold during its manifestation. Notable individuals still missing after the Bright Falls event are FBI agent Robert Nightingale and Dr. Emil Hartman, refer to the Creator's Dilemma and the file regarding the Cauldron Lake Lodge. Your researchers believe this event was the result of a forceful perception of subjective reality stemming from Mr. Wake overlapping on our own. Mr. Wake has been flagged as a potential para-utilitarian. See Prime Candidate Program file for more details. In 2011, a book by Clay Stewart titled The Alan Wake Files was published by Roundabout Press, New York and Olympia. Agents interviewed Clay Stewart and suspected minor para-utilitarian sensitivity. He was placed under indefinite surveillance. Notes: a monitoring system was established at Cauldron Lake to alert the Bureau of any future activity. Will do. Let's see what this health regen mod is. Oh, another 5%. I'll take that. Okay, that's just the shortcut. Bright Falls, AWE 35 event summary. An unconfirmed threshold manifestation at Cauldron Lake, Washington resulted in fictional story written by the author Alan Wake creating an AWE, in which reality was altered to match that of the story, though only locally and for a limited time. Event response. Mr. Kirkland, head of investigators, was alerted on September 13, 2010 by ex-Bureau agent Frank Breaker, see redacted, that an AWE event was taking place in Bright Falls, Washington, refer to events investigated in 1970, 76, and 78. Breaker had received a call from Barry Wheeler, Alan Wake's literary agent, on behalf of Breaker's daughter, Sarah, who is the current sheriff of Bright Falls. A Bureau field team arrived at the site 2 days later, only to confirm that the event was over. Interviews were conducted, referred to the 1970 redacted Thomas Zane, 78 Odin Anderson, or Anderson. Alan Wake was believed to redacted instigator. Eyewitnesses report highlight an old light switch, possible object power, that redacted missing. Wake was not found at the scene. Reports claim he dived into the lake, but no body was recovered in the search.
I can see you're upset, Meg. Why don't you tell Uncle Mr. Bones what's wrong?
I did bad on my clairvoyance test.
You can't ace every test, Meg. You see, everyone has different brains. Some brains can talk to each other. We call this ESP.
ESP?
Some brains can lift objects, like a baseball. Talk about a fly ball, eh, Meg? No interruptions! So who cares if you fail your clairvoyance test? Maybe your brain can throw baseballs, or talk to dead people, or make friends blind. Once we know what your brains can do, we'll know what job to give you. And if your brains are just right, you'll get to sit in the big chair.
What if I don't want the big chair?
What if I don't want the big chair? Everyone wants the big chair, Meg! That's why we're all here. Use those brains to listen for once, or the only chair you'll get in is the one with straps.
Awkward.
I wish things had gone differently in Ordinary for us. But wishing won't change things. Finding the projector will.
So much coming together in this one case. A new object of power, something we have not seen before. I mean, coming from me, that's saying something. And the boy, Dylan Faden, prime candidate 6. And the sister as well. I mean, once we catch up with her, but the boy, so much potential. We're talking Northmore level readings here. And I don't want to invoke his name. It's completely different circumstances here. It's remarkable. There was an incident. Yes. We lost a valuable member of our team, yes. Excessive force. Dylan has so much. But he's just a kid. Like, I'll take the blame. He needs some slack. I mean, boys will be boys. He's exceptional and under a lot of stress. Roberts got killed. It's an unfortunate accident, that's all. Marshall needs to realize this. We will make this work. We'll make this work.
Federal Bureau of Control transcript of conversation. Subject Dylan Faden by review of Dr. Darling. Subject was alone during this outburst. You again. I thought I told you to leave me alone. Why are you showing me this? I can't do anything. Can't you see where I am? Why don't you help me get the fuck out of here? You always show me things I can't do anything about. Stop showing me or I don't care anymore, and I don't care about you. You both left me here to rot. Fuck off, you bitch. I will dig out my brains if it means getting rid of you. I don't want you here. Get the fucking message. Subject repeated the phrase fuck off numerous times before being sedated at 17:53. Case 45-HQ-121 case summary. Agent killed during redacted involving redacted codename P6. Autopsy findings. Blunt force injuries of the head and neck. Extensive trauma of the abdominal region. Lacerations and contusions of the upper and lower torso. Fractured of spinal cord between L1 and L2 vertebrae. Avulsion fracture on the 3rd and 10th ribs, left and right. Blunt force injuries of the extremities, abrasions, lacerations, and contusions of the extremities, dislocation of left and right elbow, dislocation of left and right knee. Conclusion. After examination, it was determined that the cause of death was internal bleeding that occurred when redacted was contorted through as redacted.
Is this what Dylan wanted me to see?
I knew it.
It doesn't matter. We need to find that projector.
Buddy? Candidate P7 outfit. Oh, you change outfits at the control point.
All the times I felt paranoid, I was right. The Bureau could have given me the answers, but they just stood by and watched me.
Jesse Faden, P7, eastward movement, cause for concern. Departs Cheyenne, arrives in Sydney, departs Sydney. Yeah, not gonna read all that, it's just different locations.
We used to play there all the time. Me and Dylan, and other kids as well. We loved it. This time, I remember, was different. We found a way in, deeper into it, like it had shifted. We went inside, and that's where we found the slide projector.
A dump is a place for lost things. Things that have been thrown away. Did you ever feel that way when you were growing up, Jesse?
What? No. Yes, but that has nothing to do with...
Was there a slide projector at your home when you were small?
No.
Those were before your time, I suppose. But your family did look at photos together, maybe. In one form or the other?
Maybe.
When was this? Can you remember? At parties? Barbecues? How did it make you feel? Did your parents ever show pictures that embarrassed you? Was alcohol ever involved at these parties? Did your parents drink? Did that make you uncomfortable?
No, that's just stupid. Come on. That has nothing to do with this. Nothing.
The slide projector, let me ask you this. As a child, did you ever fantasize about worlds inside pictures? Inside a painting? You know, stepping into a painting, into a hidden world, escaping and finding adventure there, away from your parents.
I don't think so. I don't remember. Maybe. I don't know.
Wonder if that's her power. Headshot boost.
Studied what happened in Ordinary here. That's the place to start looking.
Let's make sure that we got everything in this room. Looks like it. Did go in here, right? Pretty sure. Right after the fight. Yeah. And these lead to the same place. Okay, so we're good. Federal Bureau of Control, I see your creepy teeth delivery and raise you a dead dog. Yeah, like a straight up deceased dog. Had a collar on it and everything. It had been rotting in the box since they packed it up. Go ahead and imagine how that smelled. So don't go whining to me. I wish I got to watch a parade of human teeth. Take that in a second. Inventory list of recovered materials: a hollow sphere, stone-like material, petrified stone, soil, pieces of various sizes and color, animal carcasses, possibly canine, rusted metal bucket, leather wallet, aged shotgun cartridge. All materials go to the investigation sector for further analysis. My reading sucks.
candidates. Experiments. Very different ones, sure, but both in a cell of some sort. Am I out of the cell now, or is all this, the house and being the director, just another cell? Who's really in charge here?
This is gonna be like some Shutter Island shit. Oh, come on. Oh, once we take this control point, it'll unlock all this stuff.
We're going back home. Of course we are. It started there, and it's never gone away.
They don't want to upgrade spin. Rarely use it.
After North Moore stepped down, I doubled every effort to find new prime candidates. There was no one. No one but me. That wasn't good enough. I pushed hard. I never wanted the Bureau to end up in that situation again. The Bureau needs a director. Always. When my time reaches an end, I want more options on the table. P1 through P5 were all false leads, dead ends, and disappointments. Then P6, Dylan Faden. He fell into our arms. No parents, they're gone, casualties of an AWE. The boy has exceptional talent. The oldest house will be his home. We'll build him from the ground up. He'll be trained and taken care of. Darling can be in charge of this project. I can't. I'll stay away. I will not fail the boy like I failed my own family. My daughter and my wife. We weren't careful enough back then. Something came home with me. I took work home. My Susanna got sick. When I realized my mistake, I wanted to bring her here for Darling to do what he could. Kate flat out refused. Civilian doctors treated our daughter, but they didn't have a clue. She died. Kate left me. Same old story. That was a long time ago. The Bureau is all I have now. And the prime candidates are our future. There are two, P6 and P7. We're spoiled for choice.
Interesting. Still can't go in those. Actually. I couldn't remember if I did unlock something or not. Ooh, a hidden location, cool. Typewritten page, AI 83-KE. The page was discovered in an instance of the Ocean View Motel and Casino that was linked to the investigation sector. The page has been pushed into the motel's corridor from under the door with the symbol of a spiral. Redacted. Appendix. Text transcribed from the item. For 10 years I've tried to write my escape. Link seeking deeper. I used to know where fiction ends and reality begins. Here they are all the same. It's a hideous trap. My every thought are made real. Fear, desire. How can I ever know for sure I've escaped and not just lost in my own fantasy of it? That thought alone can drive you mad. The identifiable words in the scratched out portion: falls, bright falls, haunting, wake, Alan Wake, light switch, ocean, too late, in the final sentence, you've been warned. So is he stuck in the motel? There's a levitation. Ammo efficiency. Ammo cost while levitating, minus 36%. That's pretty cool. Wonder if there's any exploding thing in here, like the spores.
control panel nearby.
Alright, let's jump over this way. Guess who just had to inspect an inbound delivery of like 100 teensy tiny little boxes? Me, that's who. And you know what was inside each one? A single human tooth. Fucking gross. Let's check the other way first. See. So there's something. Holy shit. I wonder how many of these walls there's been. Interesting. Oh, weird. Alright. So many weapon mods. Alright. How do we get over there? Nice. Gotta be on the lookout for those pictures. Is that it? Oh, yeah. Okay. Altered examination requests airplane wreckage summary. The airplane in question has been brought in from private airfield located in the town of Redacted, Cincinnati. It is suspected to be connected to the Redacted AWE. See case file, redacted for details. It is being evaluated for altered status. The plane is currently being stored in the transit corridor in the containment sector. Brought there through the New York subway tunnel. Special access redacted for more information on tunnel redacted and links to urban legends centered on ghost stations, abandoned tracks, and redacted. See file 4-12-4521. The plane's black box is currently being evaluated for redacted, and initial readings have been taken by a research team, though no altered status has yet been detected. Refer to file 9-12-8371 for full report. Is that everything in here? Guess so. Ordinary AWE Stage 1.8 dump. Witness testimonies. The first slide was a room of dirty wallpaper and dolls on a shelf. There were lots of dolls. The house was empty. No one lived there. We played in there a lot. It was our secret playhouse. I went to school with Neil. Some kids called him Nosebleed Neil. Likely Neil Hosenberg missing. It was mean. He had asthma. Tom, likely Tom Barrow missing in his gang. Freddy, likely Frederick Bartwell missing. Hugo, no one by this name was ever found in public record, bullied him. We brought Neil to the dump to play. Unconfirmed existence of additional slide designation house.
You're listening to America Overnight, celebrating 29 years shining a light in the shadows. Here's our first caller.
What I'm about to tell you, they found out
I don't know what would happen if who found out, brother. The men in the suits. They told me it was an industrial accident, but this is something else. Something nobody talks about. Ordinary. This certainly doesn't sound very ordinary, Caller. No, not ordinary. Ordinary. It's a town. And it wasn't an industrial accident. I mean, that's what they said. But that's bullshit. Whoa, please watch the language, Caller. It may be 2 a.m., but we're still a family show. I'm sorry. It's just my brother was right. They said the town was destroyed, but it wasn't. I went there. The people are gone, but the town's there. It's still there. So the population of an entire town disappears, yet the town remains. Tell me, was the phrase, "there is no salvation" written anywhere? I'm not sure. The same thing happened in Brazil in 23, a village called Rio Verde. More than 600 people just up and left. The government said they were fleeing guerrilla forces, but we know the truth. A mass abduction, as predicted by my regular guest, Dr. Quincy Reagan. Abduction? You mean aliens? That's bullshit! I know they're lying! Now I warned you about the language, Caller. I'm afraid we're gonna have to cut you off. Good timing, too. It's time for a short break. Hang in there. America Overnight will be right back.
Ordinary, AWE 24 Event Summary. The AWE occurred in the town of Ordinary, caused by the Object of Power slide projector, ID OOP-15, discovered by local children at the dump outside of town. When a specific set of slides are used in the projector, the projected images open doorways to other dimensions. Multiple slides were used by the children, resulting in the disappearance of the town's adult population. Event response. On August 30th, 2002, siblings Dylan Faden, 10-year-old CP6 materials, and Jesse Faden, 11 years old CP7 materials, were playing at the local dump when they found a discarded slide projector. See OOP-15, case file, and Darling presentations redacted for details. The team led by Director Trench and Dr. Darling arrived at the site on September 14th. The AWE had ended, but the team found Faden children who had led them to the slide projector and slides, which had been burned with the exception of one. Jesse escaped when agents attempted to detain the pair. In total, 17 surviving individuals were found in the town. All of them were brought in for questioning and tests. See interviews redacted and prime candidate program files redacted.
There is a curious correlation with the yet unknowable forces intruding upon our world, in the form of altered world events. These forces gravitate toward archetypal objects, a gun, a television, a supposedly haunted house. So clearly humanity affects this process. Our collective unconscious is a map of sorts. We hold the key, but we don't know how to use it. We create these archetypes through everyday life, popular culture, urban legends, but we are observing and influencing a complicated system in action. We can change the likelihood of something being a receptacle for these forces just by thinking about it. But we haven't found a method to control the outcome. And yet, there's something unique in us, in our dreams, in the conceptual reality with power, with our minds. What's the cause and what's the effect? Are we the starting point or just a necessary evil in this? A byproduct, a reflection, a projection? We'll struggle to find the answers to these hard questions, or die trying.
Ordinary AWE Stage 4.A Town Proper Witness Testimonies. Jesse and me followed the dung monkeys to the cave. There was a lot of them. More of the kids from town had joined up. It was really scary. Jesse grabbed the projector and we ran as fast as we could. They chased us. I fell and hurt my knee. Jesse tried to help me, but the dung monkeys were coming. They were just about to get us, but then Neil showed up. Neil looked like a dog, like a melted dog, but I knew it was him. Neil said a lot of times he didn't like being a boy because Tom just beat him up. I think he liked being a dog. The projector wouldn't turn off, so we changed the slide to the hand. I heard her immediately. She promised to help. Jesse said we should call her Polaris. It's because she was doing stars at school. Additional slide designation hand SID-36 is verified and in Bureau possession. Unconfirmed existence of paranatural entity designated Dog Neil. EID 19930.
Annual evaluation of Dylan Faden, formerly P6, performed by Dr. Carla Vaughn. The questions asked here correspond to the fifth iteration of the gunner's psychological assessment. Dr. Darling is out of the building today.
He's never out. He didn't want to come, did he? He never visits, not since Roberts. Tell Darling it wasn't my fault. I couldn't control it yet, but I can now. I learned. Will you tell him?
In a single word, describe the world around you.
A prison. A cold, empty prison. Not even a poster on the wall.
Mm-hmm. What is the next number in the sequence 3, 6, 9, 12, 15?
18.
18.
What day is it today?
How the hell would I know? It's not like you give me a calendar.
You find a rabbit in the woods. It is breathing, but not moving. You cannot see any blood. What do you do?
Leave it.
Expand on that.
It doesn't matter. The rabbit's not real. None of it's real.
What day is it today?
Do you enjoy asking people questions that can't be answered? Is this what gets you up in the morning? What you dreamed of doing as a scared, stupid little girl?
Can you describe a dog to me?
In Ordinary, we had a friend. Nosebleed Neil. And when it all went crazy, you know what I mean. Nosebleed Neil turned into a dog. Or something like a dog.
What day is it tomorrow?
Fuck off! I don't know! There is no calendar! How can I fucking know?
Dylan, calm down.
Fuck you! Fuck you and fuck Casper! Hey! Are you watching this, you old fuck? Did you send your bitch because you're too scared of me? Where is Casper?
Security, get a team in here. I need...
Dang. Alright. Kind of want to get these. That's pretty cool. Stage 4B, town proper witness testimony. We went in and met Polaris like a star. She told us we were special. She made us special. Felt like being born or reborn, the world fading in for the first time, familiar but somehow different. Polaris told us how to turn off the projector. The dung monkeys and the Not Mother were coming straight at us. Dylan was crying. I turned it off and they were gone. It was over. I took all the slides and burned them, all except Hand. Unconfirmed existence of paranatural entity designation Polaris, 1992-9. Stage 1B dump. The second slide we called the meadow, but it was really just an empty lot of a bunch of weeds. There was a shack and a phone line. It smelled like flowers there. It was powerful, intoxicating. We had crazy dreams there. Must have been because of the smell. I didn't like it. Didn't like losing control. In the dreams, everything was melting, and then we'd come out. Everything had melted around the projector. Neil was really into it. We found out that he'd been coming there more and more on his own. Then Tom beat the secret out of Neil and found the projector. He and his goons took it. We thought Neil had got lost inside the meadow when Tom changed the slide, but that's not what happened. Unconfirmed existence of additional slide designation meadow.
See what they have on Ordinary. It's all here. Our home, our school, the woods, the dump. Slide projector in the dump outside town. Did they recreate that too? Is that where they keep it?
Stage 3 public schools. Tom and the others had gotten worse, scarier. The math teacher, Miss Chester, tried to make them listen, and they pushed over a piano on her, broke her legs. Then Tom bashed her head in. Bye-bye, Mrs. Chester. I always liked her. I liked math. That was the tipping point. It was the Lord of the Flies level bad. The grown-ups realized something was wrong. The police came and literally dragged Tom and Hugo and the others away. Tom was screaming that the Not Mother would make them all go away. They enacted a curfew for every kid in Ordinary. Mom and Dad were pissed, asking us about the dump and about everything. I remember wanting them gone like Tom had said. When we woke up the next morning, pretty much all the adults had just vanished. Was I responsible? Did I don't know. Disappearance of majority of Ordinary's population confirmed to be the results of the slide projector-related AWE.
They say when you visit your childhood home, everything feels small. Like a miniature, not real. They got that right.
You mentioned a poem last time we talked. By Thomas Zane?
Yes. Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated.
I looked the poem up. Only I couldn't find any poet by that name. I did find a European filmmaker who moved here in the 60s, named Thomas Zane.
What? I don't...
No matter. It suits you very well. The poem. How you see things. Maybe you wrote it yourself?
I didn't.
No matter. You've said a few times that you feel like there's a piece of you missing. Can we talk about that?
Okay. Yeah, it's this... I feel an emptiness, a yearning for something that I think I lost.
It's natural for you to feel that way. Your brother and your parents are dead.
No! No. Dylan's not dead. And that's not even it.
You're referring to the imaginary friend from your childhood?
Polaris. She's come back. After a long time, she's calling me. In a dream I saw, she showed me things.
Jesse.
It felt more real than anything. As real as what happened in Ordinary.
The industrial accident in your hometown? That you believe Polaris caused?
No, it wasn't an accident. There was no industrial accident, and Polaris didn't cause it. She saved me and Dylan.
Jesse...
No! It was a cover-up. The government knows about it. There were agents there. Agents from... I don't know exactly, but they took Dylan. I'll find them. I won't stop looking. Polaris wants me to go to New York. There's a building there. I have to leave soon. I have to be there at a very specific time. Something hugely important is going to happen.
Jesse, you know we can't let you go until you're well. And that begins by understanding what's real and what's imagined.
Ordinary AWE 24 details are largely based on interviews conducted with Dylan Faden. See interviews redacted and redacted for relevant information, and the obtained therapy sessions of Jesse Faden, as well as circumstantial evidence found at the Ordinary site. Note that accounts provided by all three sources contain conflicting data. Example, DF claims there were 8 slides for the projector, JF mentioned 9 slides. Bureau found 1 intact slide, designation 36, and the burnt remains of 6 others. Unfortunately, these slides are too badly damaged to be used in the projector. Jesse Faden is believed to be the individual responsible for burning the slides. Notes, Dr. Darling has ordered the entirety of the Ordinary Town dump be brought to the Bureau for examinations and analysis with the hopes of finding additional slides or other altered materials. Due to the limited scope of the investigation sector, this AWE will be investigated in the containment sector. Wow, they brought the whole dump? It's crazy.
moved the whole landfill here in the middle of New York, and nobody saw a thing. Pretty unbelievable.
By order of Dr. Darling, all work in the ordinary dump is to stop effective immediately. Resources will be allocated to the redacted department. Details will be forthcoming. This area will be sealed at the end of the month. Please remove all personal effects before that time. Any photographic slides, the type used in slide projectors found in the area should be delivered to Dr. Darling immediately.
Unbelievable. We should check that lab.
Old Gods of Asgard, Rebirth, Greatest Hits. I was 9 or something when I found my dad's Old Gods album. I became a huge fan instantly.
Effective immediately. I'm setting up a new department. Dimensional research in the research sector. Transferring the slide projector there. That's where my focus will be now. The ordinary site remains as is. We'll be back to... I don't know when.
Darling took the projector to the research sector. He dedicated a whole area to it, so he knew it was important. Dimensional research. That's where we go next.
This game is just getting more and more crazy.